Good morning, friends. My name is Bernadette O'Shea. My parents were Irish migrant workers who came to live in the UK in the early 1950s. My mother was a cleaner and my father was a building labourer. I started attending Meeting for Worship in 1998 and was accepted into membership in 2010. I'm a newbie. I live and work and worship in West London. I'd like to start with a quote from Advice and Queries way back in 1964. Are you working towards the removal of social injustices? Have you attempted to examine their causes objectively? And are you ready to abandon old prejudices and think again? Do you, as disciples of Christ, take a living interest in the social conditions of the district in which you live? Do you seek to promote the welfare of those in any kind of need and a just distribution of the resources of the world? Citizens UK was established 20 years ago by Neil Jameson and Eric Adams from the Barrow Cadbury Quaker Trust. Neil is himself a member of the Society of Friends, and he modelled the organisation partly on the civil rights movement from the US, but also on early examples of civil society organisations here in the UK, including the Diggers, the Chartists, and the Suffragettes. Citizens UK has over 400 institutions in membership from all sections of civil society: faith groups, trade unions, colleges, universities, and refugee groups. And it organises for social justice outcomes in London, Birmingham, Nottingham, Cardiff, Leeds, Newcastle, Milton Keynes, and through 100 refugee welcome groups across the country. London West Area Meeting is a member of Citizen UK, and I'm one of the Quaker activists supporting that work. The campaigning work of citizens starts with an analysis of power: the power of the state, the power of the market, and the power of civil society. Quakers are often reluctant to talk about power. We know how destructive it can be. But power is also the ability to act. It's about holding a vision of the world as you would like it to be, and then using individual and collective energy to work for that vision. Citizens' methods are based on tried and tested approaches. We work with organised money and organised people. That's why citizens like the Society of Friends takes money very seriously. And so that citizens' organisations can stand on their own and pay its own way, all the member organisations are asked to pay annual dues, and these range from about £700 a year up to £5,000. This money is then used to employ full-time community organisers who support the campaigning work of individual institutions. Citizens recognise that self-interest is key to understanding power. So citizens' engagement starts with the question, what is your self-interest? From the perspective of London West Area Meeting, our self-interests are a mixture of specific requests: more affordable housing, more local government support for refugee welcome projects, employers' commitment to the London living wage. But there's also our self-interest as Quakers. How do we continue to thrive as a worshipping community? How do we draw new people to the society? How do we build relationships between our members and other local institutions who share our commitment to social justice? Citizens' view is that one way to do this is to be seen to be active in our local communities, concerned with issues that affect local people and modelling effective organising for change. So how does it work on a day-to-day basis? The first step is to build relational power within our own institutions. And relational power comes from us actually getting to know each other in a deep and meaningful way. What are your self-interests? What are my self-interests? What are our common causes? This has meant putting time aside to really get to know each other within our local meetings and area meetings. And I know in my local meeting, I planned a session recently with us doing one-to-ones with each other, sitting opposite friends who I've known for years, but actually asking some deeper questions about them, where they come from, and what are their interests. This then is extended to conversations with other institutions in membership. Citizens like Quakers start with the lived experience of individuals, finding, listening, and working with citizens who face the day-to-day challenges of poverty, homelessness, and exile. This mobilization of relational power with the testimony of individuals forms the basis for organizing actions. In citizens' work, all actions are based on analysis of who holds the power, what are their self-interests, and how can we use the action to push further on our requests. Let me give you an example. It's of an action I was involved in last year. Leading up to the London mayoral elections in 2016, London citizens agreed to hold a citizens' assembly with the two main candidates to put to them the citizens' proposals for their term in office. The most important proposal was for an ongoing working relationship with whoever won the election during their 4-year term. A venue was booked, the Copper Box over at the Olympic Park, and across London, each member institution was asked to commit to getting their members to that event. We needed to find 6,000 people. London West Area Meeting, rather rashly, pledged 300 people to turn out at that event. And in fact, as it happened, we got about 230 there, which made us the largest institutional presence from West London. At the assembly, individual citizens told their personal stories to the candidates in front of 6,000 citizens. And those citizens came from all parts of London. Every race, religion, background was there that evening. At the meeting, our leaders negotiated with the candidates to secure their commitment to what we would like to see them do: deliver more truly affordable homes, develop community land trusts, commit to the London living wage for all the organisations that provide services to the Mayor's office, and provide more support to youth employment services. And since this meeting, leader representatives from citizens have met with the now elected Mayor to secure his ongoing commitment to our requests and to continue to hold him to account. So finally, why do I think it's important as a Quaker to organise in this way? First, we believe that our faith should translate into action. Second, our testimonies guide our commitment to working for social justice. And finally, by building relational power, we are strengthening the bonds within our own individual meetings, but also modelling to others how our faith guides our ministry. We become known in our communities as activists for local concerns, thereby drawing more people to us and strengthening our local meetings. Oh, and we have lots of fun, and I've met lots of lovely new people.